All right, today we're going to tackle something super useful, how to talk about ownership in English. We're going to master two simple but really powerful ways to do it. So let's just dive right in. I mean, think about it. Your phone, that jacket you love, even your ideas. We talk about things that belong to us all day, every day. So how do we do it right in English? Well, you'll see it's actually way easier than you might think. So, the official word for this is possessives, but don't let that fancy grammar term scare you off. All it means is these are words that show who owns something, or, how people are connected, like a mother and her son. Simple as that. I want you to think of what we're learning today as adding two brand new tools to your English toolbox. Each one has a very specific job, and by the time we're done here, you're going to know exactly when to pull out the right one. Okay, let's grab our first tool. This one is probably the most common, and honestly, it's super straightforward. They're called possessive determiners. Let's see what they actually are. Now, what's so great about these is how logical it all is. You see, every subject, like I, you, he, or she, has its own special possessive word that goes with it. So I becomes my, you becomes your, he becomes his. You get the idea. It's a perfect match every single time. Pretty easy, right? And check out how they work in these sentences. See the pattern? The possessive word, my, your, his, always comes right before the noun, right before the thing someone owns. My car, your book, his jacket. It's a rule you can totally count on.
Okay, now this is the golden rule. If you remember one thing about this tool, make it this. It's a big deal. These words, my, your, his, her, they never change. I don't care if you're talking about one book or a million books.
Just look at this. It makes it crystal clear. We say my pen for one, and we say my pens for a bunch of them. The word my stays exactly the same. The noun changes, sure, but the possessive word, it stays put. And that makes things so much simpler. All right, tool number 2. Let's grab it from the toolbox. This is the apostrophe S. Now, we use this little guy when we want to get specific, like when we want to name the actual person or animal who owns something. And the structure here could not be easier. Seriously, you just take the owner's name, you pop an apostrophe S on the end, and then you say the thing they own. That's the formula. Owner, apostrophe S, thing. Done. So, for example, we're not just saying it's his phone. No, we're being specific. It's John's phone. We're not talking about just any sister. We're talking about Maria's sister. And yeah, as you can see, it works for animals too, like the cat's toys. It's all about naming that specific owner. Okay, here it is, the aha moment. Let's put our two tools right next to each other and see them in action. This is where it's all gonna click. You can really see the difference here, can't you? On the left, my jacket is pretty general. We just know it belongs to me, the speaker. But over on the right, Tom's jacket is super specific. We know the owner's name is Tom. Same with her shoes versus Lisa's shoes. It all boils down to this: general versus specific. That's the whole game right there. All right, you've seen the tools, you've learned the rules. I think it's time to put your skills to the test with a quick little challenge. You ready for this? Let's do it. Okay, first one. I have a sister. Blank name is Lucy. So whose name are we talking about here? The sister, that's a she. So which word do you think fits? Take a second.
Yep, it's her, of course, because the sister is a she. Awesome. Let's try another one.
Okay, next up. This time, the owners are they. They have a new house. Blank house is big. So whose house is it?
Exactly right. Their house, because they matches with their. See? You're totally getting the hang of this. Now let's practice with our second tool.
Okay, so how can we make this sentence sound way more natural using our apostrophe S? Remember that simple formula: owner plus S plus thing.
Perfect. Instead of that clunky phrase, the car of Sarah, we get this smooth and natural Sarah's car. It's shorter, it's cleaner, and it's exactly how people actually talk. Great job. Okay, one last challenge for you.
How would you fix this one? The mother of Paul is tall. Think about who the owner is in this relationship.
And there it is. Paul's mother is tall. Fantastic. You've just successfully used both of the tools from our English toolbox. Nicely done. So let's just boil it all down. If you only remember two things today, let it be this.
Number 1, use those determiners like my or your when you're talking about general ownership. And number 2, use a name plus an apostrophe s when you want to call out a specific owner. General versus specific. That's the key.
So there you have it. You've got the tools. The only question left is, what are you going to do with them? Think about it for a second. Using what you just learned, what's one thing that is truly yours? Go on, try describing it out loud right now. Practice makes perfect.